Yeah, Mother's Day. What year? 2011. And what do you have on Mother's Day for dinner? Lobster. Time to go get some lobsters. Yeah, so it's time to go and get some lobsters for Mother's Day. This is at Billingsgate in Edmonton. Yeah, this is as close as we get to the East Coast out here in Alberta, but they do have a lighthouse. Here we are getting lobsters for dinner. Eh? That's the way to have it. Yeah, there's some that are all cooked up. And it's $9.49 a pound today. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, they a little bit more lively on the East Coast, but I think that barnacle bill there might be pretty tasty. He's got some pretty good barnacles on him already. From living in the ocean. Oh, they're talking. They go tick, 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 tick. You can't really hear them. But there's dinner for Mother's Day right there. Now those guys there would like to have some too, but not going to happen. Yeah, then you get the pot on there, get the hose out, and we'll put a bunch of water in here. Only need about 2 or 3 inches of it. Now there you go. Use some of this stuff here. Didn't know we had sea salt here, but that's what we're using. And how much do you put in? Oh, just until you figure you got it right, which is about there. Now we're getting about ready to cook these guys. This thing here is going to get boiling soon because, yeah, they're starting to boil. And I'm going to snip off those rubber bands because there ain't much life left in these guys, and they won't be biting me, and I don't think we should be cooking rubber. Yeah, when it's these guys, when they're feisty, you want to be careful about snipping bands, because sometimes they might take a snip at you, but mostly they're pretty safe right now. But they will grab stuff. See, if I get this guy here, he'll grab onto stuff, and this guy here will grab onto stuff, but I better snip that band first. He'll grab right on there and hold on. Pretty tight too. So if you get your finger stuck in there, that might not be exactly what you want to happen. Well, it seems I have scissors stuck in there now. Not for long. Now that seems to be a boiling pot. And that seems to be a pile of lobster. How do you get them in there? Okay, you take the lid off and pick up the first one. This is the guy that was grabbing the scissors. Bad idea. And you put them in head first. That kills them right away. And then I'll put in, oh, I forgot to take the band off this guy. Oh.
He's got barnacles on him.
He's got barnacles. Barnacle bill, that fella is. Put him in head first. Down there, buddy. And then let the water come back to a boil before you put the other two in. There now. That water's boiling again, so I can take the lid off. Yep. That's a couple of lobsters in there. Then we'll grab number 3 crustacean. You can tell they aren't too fast to movers when they got barnacles on them. But here we go. Number 3 coming in. Head first, kills them quick. And then poor old number 4. Well, he's still got a bit of stuff on him there. Yeah, not much movement on this guy. But we'll get him in the pot and then he'll be happy to be with his buddies. There you are, number 4. 4 lobsters in the pot. Roof on it. And then you just got to watch that they don't overboil all the time. Now one time, a long time ago, Debbie and I were down in PEI. We got a bunch of lobsters right off the wharf and took them home and cooked them up. And they were pretty feisty. And I threw them into the lobster pot and they tried jumping back out again. Had to put a book on the roof to hold them in. Now here's one of the ingredients of a good lobster feed right here. And you most often only get these down east. But I found some out in the store in Drayton Valley the other day. Now here's a little bit of overboiling happening. So you just gotta open it up and let a little bit of air in there. There, that'll be okay. So now the boiling question is, how long before they're done? Well, they're done when they're done. But I'll show you how to test them. You see until one of their legs falls out, and then when the legs fall out, that means they're nice and tender inside and done. A boiled pot is always lobster or something like that. And I'll just stir it up here a bit so that the bottom ones come up to the top and the top ones go down to the bottom and all that kind of stuff. There, 3 of them little suckers. And they turn orange when they're cooked, but they're not cooked until they're done. Now, how do you check and see if they're done? Well, you take your trusty tongs, and I got to change hands here with my camera, because I'm a right-handed guy, and you reach down here and grab one of these legs, and lift it up and do a bunch of shaking around. And if it doesn't fall, well, when it falls off, that means they're pretty close to done. I'll let it go for a little bit more. Seems like they're pretty well done. I'll give them another 2 minutes and we're finished cooking. Yeah, I'll test another one here. I think we're pretty near done though. Get it up towards here. That one fell apart. Yeah, when they come right out of the torso like that, then you got done lobsters. Get all that yuck off them. Take them in, let them cool off, and then we're ready to eat. Now they come out of the pot. And aren't they pretty? One guy. They're big. 2 guys. You really should put them upside down on your platter. I'll get to that. Oops. There you go. Number 3 guy. And number 4 guy. And this guy here, well, try to see if we can turn him over. There we go. That's what they look like for now, and then I'll pick up the pieces that fell out. This guy here lost a claw somehow. And a couple of legs that I dropped in there. There we go. And then the rest is just yucco stuff. Now you want to cook these things outside, because if you cook them inside the house, it just makes a big mess. They overboil no matter what you do. So here you are. Now it becomes inside work. We got to clean them off a bit and chop them up and make it easy to get into them to eat. Okay, go. Okay, here we are. Dirty, yucky lobsters. So gotta clean them. Make them nice for the table. And a little bit of cool water makes it so that they start cooking. That's helpful to think there. Yeah, the barnacle is still on this guy. So I guess lobsters don't move that fast. Now, how many lobsters do you get? When you go to the lobster store to get lobsters, how many lobsters do you get? Well, we always get at least one more than what we have people. We got 3 people, 4 lobsters. Because once you start eating lobsters, you just don't want to stop.
All right.
Now to make them edible, you got to just crack them open. You only need to crack them halfway through the claw, then they break easy. You crack open that piece there, knuckle I guess, then you go and stick your knife in there, just cut them right across the tail like that. That's 1 done, ready to go.
Take 2.
Take 2. Okay, here you go. Is this a right-handed or a left-handed lobster? I think it's a right-handed lobster. I have seen left-handed lobsters. Crack these hard knuckles so that you can get into them easily and... Whoa, that one guy is tough. Into them easily. Take the tail. Cut it down the center like that. And you're done. Number 2 done. See, now this guy here is left-handed, but he lost his right hand somewhere in the pile. Now he has no hands. And Number 3. Oh, that guy's been done already. This guy. And that white residue is just from the salt in the water. Oh, he's tough. He's left-handed too. Now the male lobsters, they won't have any eggs in them. The female lobsters, they'll have eggs in them. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, number umpteen. Looks like we have 3 male and 1 female. How do you figure that, eh? Now there's a way to tell the males and females apart before you cook them too. But you have to look underneath the tail and see whether they have spurs right there. Those spurs are males, and the females don't have those spurs. That's done.
Filming.
Okay, here we go. So these guys here, now, we'll put them all back together and make them look nice on the plate. How's that guy look? He looks pretty nice. This is Debbie's Mother's Day dinner. Now that guy here, we have to find a few pieces for him. That one. And I know there's another claw here somewhere. There it is. That one. How does that look? That looks alright. Number 3. 1 for Debbie, 1 for Lauren, 1 for Sarah. And then I'll go to the table. That's for refuse. Now this stuff here is like spiced butter. You put hot sauce in the butter and away
Dijon mustard.
And Dijon mustard
And fresh garlic.
And fresh garlic.
A little bit of lemon.
And Debbie does a wonderful job of that.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And Debbie likes lemons with her lobster. Sarah, she likes spiced butter with her lobster. And Lauren, he likes mayonnaise with his lobster. Yeah, and what goes really good with lobster is mayonnaise, or not mayonnaise. Take 2. What goes really good with lobster is coleslaw. There it is right there. And a nice glass of wine from British Columbia. So all that's left for now is bon appetit. Yeah, it doesn't take long to do in a pretty good lobster. I've got most of the body done, but I still have to get that part done.
Into it.
Yeah, that's the end of that. And that's what it looks like when it's all done. Now if you have chickens, you throw that all out for the chickens and they just love it. And the egg yolks come out with this bright orange tinge. Yeah, here we are. It's Cherry's Jubilee, and the cherry jar is empty. And then you have the Kirsch jar over there. You need 2 ounces of that stuff. And here's another ounce coming.
2 ounces, really?
Yeah, 1.5 ounces, Sarah's good. There you go. That much Kirsch. Then you gotta get these guys a bubbly boiling. There you go. Once you get it going, gotta get a spoon out. Get a spoon out. Yeah, then you put in the old Kirsch and start it burning. Put it on the heat, Sarah. It needs the heat to make it burn. Yeah, you gotta have it boiling bubbly to get it burning. There you go. Got some fire there now. And you get it flaming off that way. And turn on the fan so we don't get a fire alarm in the house. Stir it up a bit, Sarah. Yeah, cooking away here. It's a good fire going. Yeah, and in the background we got burning down the house on the stereo. Can't really hear it over the fan anymore. Okay, now you can turn off the heat, Sarah, yep. Pull it off the heat, and then we'll get the flame out, and then we'll put it on a waiting ice cream right over here. portion. Laurene's portion. And over there is Sarah's portion. More for Debbie. More for Sarah. More for Lauren. And some juice. I like lots of juice. And it looks quite wonderful at the end of it all. And my battery is pretty near out of life here for doing filming. That's much quieter now with that fan turned off. And you ladle that stuff out and don't get any of the in the cherries, and in there's a couple of cinnamon sticks and a bunch of cloves, and that makes it good. There we are, cherries Jubilee. I like Kelly.
So it's also piano practice time here, but what he won't tell you is that this is all the destruction in the kitchen. Now, even though it's Mother's Day, I'm pretty sure I will be involved in the cleanup.